Welcome to plot 96. Today's date is Sunday, the February the 16th, and finally we've got a day with no rain and blue sky. So what's going on since last time? Basically not much, because like most of the country we've had rain and high winds. I'll give you a quick walk around to show you what's happening and how my seedlings are getting on. Okay then, let's take you a walk around my allotment. So as you can see, as I pan around my allotment, nothing's happened really as in work on the allotment, because it's just been too wet. Again, there's my pokers. They seem to be settled in okay. Again, I'll be lifting the sheet off next week, as the potatoes will be going in there, my first early Winstons, and they'll be going in now the end of the month. So that will be lifted off and turning over, which is already turned a bit of air into it. What I'm going to do today is my onion bed and garlic bed is finish weeding off this section by here. A few of my onions are going yellow. I think it's because of the water nutrition, so I don't know what to do there. I don't know if they're going to be okay or they're rotten or whichever, so I'll just turn them over and have a little look and see what happens in the next few weeks. Hope we get a bit of sun now. Hope the rain's gone and to dry it out a bit. Any suggestions of why they've gone yellow? This is just basically the rain and you need some nutrition in there. Let me know. What we do now, again, which I didn't do because this month the plan was, is to finish this bed off through there. So that'll be done now over the next month. My rhubarb is just starting to come out. That one there, that crown, and that one there, and nothing seems to be happening at the moment on that one. This bed I'll be just turning over today and cleaning up a few of my spring cabbages and put some fertilizer, some feeding for those. Last two of my Brussels sprouts will be coming over today, so I can get this bed again turned over, ready for my second earlies, which are going to be my Mephonas. Coming in across to my asparagus bed. Obviously nothing's coming on there, just need to tie that a bit over. This section here, I will show you in a minute. On free cycle, I picked up some grass edging, which I'll show you in a minute. And what I plan to do is basically, like I said last time, is use that to cross this area here. Just make two small paths, and then I can have that then as my apple tree and pear tree. I'm debating whether to move my apple tree over just a foot or two, give it a bit of space between the two, because obviously in what, 10 years time, obviously they'd be too close together, so I might as well move it now and put it just on the edge of this path area by here. It gives a bit more space, and then if it's big enough I could put a hammock in between in years to come. I need to throw some compost now in top of those, so that's what's down ready for my beans. I need to turn this section over now again today or this week, because they'll be taking my main crop of potatoes, but they won't be going in until Easter. Now my polytunnel and come greenhouse. The local park council seems to be very awkward, and just talking to some allotment people, and a few people have had eviction orders around here, which rightly so, because they just haven't come down at all. And some people have appealed and they've won. Well, there's a guy, I don't know if you can zoom across, this one by here, he had an eviction order. Now that shelf he built himself. It's not much higher than a normal standard shed, but according to him, he's got to reduce it by 2 inches or take it down. Now come on, 2 inches, this is allotment. Absolutely crazy. Apparently we're supposed to have planning permission for all the sheds and greenhouses and so on, which nobody adheres to. So I'm thinking, if I put this polytunnel up, will she come knock on my door and say take it down? So I think what I'm going to do, to be on the safe side, before I start investing more time and money into it, is draw a plan, the size, and put an application form into her. Nothing can be said then, because you know what the council are like, whereas other parts of the council allotments in this sort of area, they've got 30-foot polytunnels and they've got huge sheds, but she seems to be picking on our section and being very pickety. This one seems to be very sort of awkward towards us, so I'll be applying for that just in case. Okay, now coming into my fruit cage, as you can hear, my kettle's boiling, so it's telling me I want a cup of coffee. There's a bee or a wasp there. Seems a bit early for him flying around. Okay, coming now into, I've done this now since last time. This is going to be my strawberry section. As you can see, what I've done here, these will go up on that way to hold, and that'll be a row there for that, and then the bottom ones then will be going this way, so they're further out of there, and underneath then again I'll be putting some more sort of strawberries where I can just pull out, and that will be my section of for my strawberries. At the moment they're in the greenhouse and my cold frame. I've yet to build a section there for my water system to go in. That needs to be done. My beds I've done in here. What I've got there is my summer raspberries, Apple Glen. They went in. I need to get some manure now, just put on top of them to do a feeding to mulch them over. This section here, which I haven't got yet, eventually will be my blueberries, and so they're going in that section there. I've got a few berries there. Like I said before, I can't remember which berries are which, didn't label them, so I have to wait till, because they didn't fruit this year till last year, sorry, so wait to fruit now this year so I can mark them up and know what they are. These are the raspberries which were given to me. I don't know if they're summer or winter, so I think we're taking them up and going to buy some new canes of winter raspberries, shrub ones, small ones, just going to that section there. Here then I'll be having in pots, in containers, carrots, some lettuces, and I'll be using this section as well to put my brackeses in sort of before they actually go into the ground, just into pots to get them going. And with this on, hopefully that'll stop then the white butterfly caterpillars eating them all. So that's that section in here. Coming now to my polytunnel. Okay, in here now I've got my strawberries, which are coming on really nice. I fed them the other day. I'll be feeding now every sort of 10 days, and they are coming on just nicely now. So I've got a few lettuces. They're coming on nicely in there. I'll be putting this compost, and I'll be basically putting them in that compost out of the pots and putting them into the compost there. My leeks, these are Marlborough leeks. They've germinated and come on nicely. That's my fuchsia. I'm not sure if it's dead. I have to wait and see. Now, in here I've got 3 potatoes each, early Winstons. So I've grown 6 there, and according to what I've read, if you put them in a bag inside, they'll be a month ahead. So hopefully they'll come out round about sort of Easter time, the end of April. So a little experiment to see how quick they do come along. Sweet peas, they seem to be coming on. A few are nice, a few being munched away, but not that healthy looking. Again, more strawberries. This was left of my Alamarus plant. We got here is my onions, set onions. I found them, so I thought I'd put them in here to get them started and grow them indoors. This is my seedlings, and what I've done here, I put like a little plot inside the greenhouse. There I've got my onion seeds, and they're Alicia Craig, and they're come on just lovely. Coming in I got 2 lots of lettuce, all icebergs apart from this one's rocket, all year round collie, 6 of those. Brussels sprouts have germinated, coming on nicely. What make of they? Sprint. They're sprint. Coming in again to, I've got more cabbage, greyhound. Here I got the other tomatoes, and these were sown, which I'll show you on the picture, at the same time as the ones at home. Now when they came that size, I brought a lot down here and I kept them then at home, and you can see the difference between the two. Much stronger and healthier at home than these ones here. These 2 here, what happened in the wind, some got in, bit blew down, and sadly crushed those 2 there. So I'll leave them, they never know, they might come back, because only the leaves, the stems and the roots are okay. These again, more lettuces I seeded last week. Nothing's happened yet. We got red docks there, Lakeland and red iceberg. Okay, I love lettuce. Again, more cabbage, greyhound. These obviously a lot further on than those, so these are my first sowing, and they were sown on the 16th of January, so it was literally 4 weeks. Yes, 16th of it, yeah, bang on a month. So that's them, and they were sown, these ones, on the 21st. So a week or two later between those 2 there. Again, more cabbages. This is a tray of feed, so what I do when I want feeding, I basically put them into there. These ones here, I basically gone string. I left them in the house too long. They're my lettuces, and they've just gone too string, so I basically got to get rid of those. But there are one or two just which germinated later and are coming through. And again, we've got more collie, which again I'll pot on into more pots. At the bottom here, again, more strawberries, my geraniums. The temperature inside the polytunnel is 26.5, but inside the greenhouse itself at the moment is 19.3, and the lowest has been since I came down Thursday, went down to -1.6. So I'll clear that now, and then see what it is next time I come down. So that's what's going on in my greenhouse. So these are my potatoes, and what I've got here, this section here, are my first early Winstons, and like I said, I've got 6 already chitted away down in compost bags down in the allotment, and to see the difference, how quick they grow in allotment bags, sorry, in the compost bags and in the ground. And so they will be going in now next weekend, which will be the 21st of February. Next then I've got my second earlies, which are my fauna. So we can focus that in. No, but it's the fauna, and they're going to go in again the end of February and beginning of March. And then my main crop then is Cara. So they're chiseling away nicely, and I'll be looking at then put them into the end of March, ready to be done nicely then. Okay, and so these are chipped away really nice. You see they're ready now to get in the ground. So they're going in next week. And on top then I've got some more tomatoes. Again, these are the giant beef tomatoes, the Spanish ones. And that's the difference between them growing indoors and the ones which I down in allotment, which I germinated at home, potted them on and then took them down. So you can see these have come on a lot nicer. So they're my Spanish tomatoes, more than I need. So obviously I'll be giving a few out back to my allotment neighbour, who gave them to me last year, so we passed it to her and some other people as well. Next to them then I've got some more tomatoes. These are pink plum tomatoes. You see the second leaf now, or true leaf, is coming on, so I'll be ready to transplant them up then into 3-inch pots now this week. Coming to them, I've got my peppers, sweet peppers, yellow peppers, the small lunchbox ones, Hampkin, I think they're called. Yeah, Hampkin. So again, they're coming on just nicely. Then I got my cucumber then, 4 cucumber plants. Again, they're coming on. It's just getting the true leaves now. We're just, so if you can see, starting to come out there. And then in the propagator I've got some more which I put on a couple of weeks later, and this one here come on weeks before, so these have come out. I don't know why, generated quicker, but they're the golden pear drops. Again, tomatoes, and then, which I put in now last week, so waiting for them to come along, is going to be my golden sunrise. So that's what I've got up in the house, germinating just my tomatoes, cucumber and potatoes. So I'll be sowing a few more seeds now this week. I'll be keeping these tomatoes now at home. What I'm going to do is plan to keep them at home, grow them on, harden them off up here, to see what the difference it basically is of keeping them indoors in the warmth, and ones out the cold frame down in the cold greenhouse down the allotment, see the difference in size and how they come along. And I'll plant then, because these can go outdoors as well, I plant some outdoors and some in the greenhouse, and see the comparison between the two. So there's what's going on at home. All my seedlings ready to go in the ground when the last frost goes. Cold frame, basically it's just full of those strawberry plots containers, which will be going. Look what's gone through there. Some kind of mole, mouse, rat is dug down to there, can't get nowhere because it's plastic at the bottom. See how it is to go in there. And these are taking on nicely, look, starting to grow, starting to sprout on. So when the weather gets a bit warmer, again they'll be going inside my polytunnel. So that's what's been going on here. Okay, I can see my kettle is boiling, so it's time to have a cup of coffee and then crack on and do some work, and I'll get back to you later on to show you what I've done. Speak to you all later. Okay, while I'm having my cup of coffee, I thought I might show you what seeds I've got inside my shed. This is the section of my seeds which I've already sown. Lettuces and tomatoes. These are ones now to be sown outside, but also do a few inside as well. 2 lots of broccoli, Olympia and Stromboli. So that's my broccoli. A leek, I've got another lot of middle Musselburgh. They were from last year, the ones I sown in the greenhouse. They're fresh ones, new ones. And again I got Sprinton, so I'll keep them now because I had them till next year, and I'll again sow these up now this week for another batch of leeks. Beetroot, I've got 2 types of beetroot, both again to go out in the ground mid-April, but I will also do a small seeding to go inside again at the start as well, to go in the ground. Carrots, I'm doing sweet candle this year. Again, they've been going to containers because last year I didn't have much success in the ground, so I'm getting some containers to go and put them in. Runner beans, St. George, they are stringless, and again I'll be starting to sow them now in April, ready to go out in mid-May. And also they gave me they call them magic beans. There's a section of magic beans, and to a few that's what comes up there. Cauliflower, this is the winter and spring, so they'll be sown outdoors April and May, and that's Prestige for winter and spring. Again, Brussels sprouts, nellium, and this is again my cauliflower again, which will be for autumn and Christmas, and they're triumphant. And again, here I've got loads of seeds, herbs and squashes, and so on there. Well, that reminds me, when I think of it, let's put on 2 seconds. Okay, now these came from my gardener. He's doing a competition of who can grow the largest pumpkin. Now, back before Christmas, he put a video on explaining what he's doing, and in the video basically he was taking the seed out of the pumpkin, trying them off, and if we sent self-addressed envelope, he would then forward us the seeds. My pal would do it. I sent him a PayPal of £1.50 I think it was, and he kindly enough got the envelope and sent the seeds back to me. These are the seeds. I got 4, and they're Dill's Atlantic Giant pumpkin seeds. Now, it would be interesting to know if anybody out there also sent off for his seeds and going to do that competition of who can grow the largest or heaviest pumpkin around the world and how they grow it. It would be interesting to see if anybody else in this country, that's UK, have also had the seeds from my gardener and are doing it. So they'll be sown now in April, about beginning of April, ready to go in perhaps middle of May. So that's what we're doing them. Giant pumpkin. It's just interesting to see how big it actually will grow. I've been on the internet and seen these Atlantic giants, and I didn't realise they go absolutely massive. So I think I need to have a separate section for them to grow in. So that's those there. And that's my seeds. So I'm now going to have and enjoy my cup of coffee before I start work. Cheers. Okay, so that's it now for the end of the day. I'm going to go for a little run now before I go and have a bite to eat. So I'll take the polythene off there now, just give a quick trim, get some air into it. So that now is ready for my potatoes to put in next week if the weather stays nice. I've got rid of the weeds, trim a bit, get some air into it, and I've stuck some bloodfish and bone in it to try and get some nutrients back into the soil and so you get those onions to pick up a bit. I had a look at a few of them, but not too bad, to tell you the truth. I thought they were all rotten and soft, but they're okay. I put a pot on my rhubarb to force those to on, get them moving along. This is turned over now, ready for my roots and brassicas. So the next job I'll be doing now there is going to build basically a netting cage, a metre high across. I put some of the scaffolding debris in to stop the butterflies and the birds during the summer, because like I said last time, I got battered with the butterflies last year. Cleaned up my cabbages so they're kind of nice now. Put a bit of flood pellet down to see if I can get something from eating the leaves. Got rid of the last 2 broccoli. They're going home. Brussels sprouts, sorry. They're going home for dinner later. So that bed then is ready. I cleaned over my asparagus bed, and that's all been composted and manured, so that's all finished, ready to grow. And while I'm waiting, I'll put some some lettuces in that area while I'm waiting for the asparagus to come through. And when the asparagus come through in June, ready then to go in for the sweet corn. It's going to go there then. Started looking at this year now, so that's my next job, is to sort out, like I say, the bed for the fruit trees, apple and pear, and then put some bedding plants and a bit of colour down here as well. Nothing else done this area here, so a quick pan of the allotment before I go, and thanks for watching. Okay, thank you all for watching and subscribing. Any comments, leave below, be appreciated. And again, thank you again, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.